Welcome to this week's edition of the Sports Scoop Coaches Show. Joining me is Old Faithful, just like clockwork, Ted Theodore Hammond.
It's like the geyser out there in Yellowstone National Park.
The old geyser.
The old geyser, okay.
He's going to keep quiet all the way.
Is it geyser or geezer?
He's going to keep quiet.
Yeah, he's going to keep quiet all
Come
show.
on, we got football.
Let's get into football, should we, Teddy? Let's work from the bottom up. We'll start with JWP, and the Bulldogs
We couldn't say bottom up.
fell to 1-3 as the
yeah.
Blooming Prairie Blossoms defeated them 39-23. A lot of problems in Janesville with Joe Joyce's crew. They lost their starting quarterback, Josh Janagy, to injury. Tommy Gannon was ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now, you sure that's confirmed?
When things are rolling, they're rolling.
Okay, because Gannon had how many yards?
Another 100-yard game,
Yeah.
134 yards rushing. He's had 4 straight 100-yard games.
But
The
he won't
problem, Teddy, that
won't-
defense.
He won't have 5 straight. Because if anybody knows anything about you got tossed out of a game, you got to sit the next week.
The problem, Teddy, is that defense. The Bulldogs are giving up 29 points a game.
Right.
It should get healthy this week.
Yeah.
They go to St. Clair. St. Clair has scored 10 points in 4 games.
It's amazing that St. Clair can have other good athletic teams, and they just lately haven't been able to field a football team. I don't understand that, because they got some quality athletes over there.
I'm sure they fight the numbers game, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
And that is a big factor in football,
It is.
the numbers game. The Bulldogs 1-3. They go to St. Clair Friday. St. Clair lost to USC last week 8-0. They're 0-4 this season.
But then GWP got beat by USC.
That's right.
So who knows?
And that's a good rivalry. Should be a good game.
Joey will pull some rabbit out of the hat.
WEM, John Bakken's crew, 4-0, the only local team that's undefeated yet. They rolled past LeSueur Henderson 32-6 last week, and their quarterback, Kellen Dorenkemper, had a big night, passed for 209 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Reminds me of you.
The old aerial game came out
Reminds
for
me of
Johnny
Kugath
crew.
back in the day, yep.
Again, Mitch Walter, I think he may have had 100 yards in every game, too. He rushed for 100 and some last week. I've always admired the Bucks and Bakken. They seem to have that nice balance between running and passing the ball.
And he's imaginative, too.
Yes,
He's got some
very
good-
creative.
Yep.
Shaping up Friday, big game. Maple River comes to Waterville. Maple River is 4-0 after they beat Lester Prairie 35-0. The Eagles
Yep.
and the Bucks will be squaring off in Waterville, a battle of 4-0 teams. That'll be a good one.
Is this homecoming for them?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't either, because, we're already halfway through the season
Yeah,
and the school
I know
just
it.
started.
Yep, I know it. NRHEG, Dan Stork's crew improved to 3-1. They defeated GFW 41-6 Friday. I see the Panthers have a couple Peterson boys playing. One is the quarterback, Palmer. He completed 7 passes, but they were like for 170 yards last week. And they have another one that's a runner, Jason Youngblood, rushed for 146 yards for the Panthers. They got off to a great start. I think Storky mentioned they scored 21 points in the first quarter, and they only ran 12 plays.
Good Lord.
So that's pretty good production, isn't
Well,
it?
if these Peterson boys are the right boys I'm thinking of, I think their mother is a Breck from Waseca.
Okay.
It's a little tidbit you might not know about.
No,
but-
I wouldn't know that. You'd be
Okay.
good on that part,
Okay,
though.
well, I'm pretty sure that one of them is, maybe 2 of them. So you new Richmond viewers out there, let us know. Will you get a straight scoop so we know that, please? Thank you.
The Panthers hit the road Friday. They will travel to Sibley East, who is 1-3 on the year. So NRHEG putting together a good year. Their only loss was that close game to Waterville.
Okay, I need a question. I need a question answered.
Okay.
Sibley East. What schools are made up of Sibley East?
God, I knew you were going to ask
Well, I
that,
don't know.
too.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, it's up there. Arlington and
Green Isle and
Green Isle, I
Okay.
think.
Well,
Yeah,
Hafer's used to play ball up there.
yeah, he played town team for
For those who don't know,
Arlington.
Joel Hafer, he used to be here.
Yeah, he used to be a
Yeah,
regular.
yeah, used to
But
be.
now he's out in the Coogee Ponderosa grass looking for early geese to fly over.
Okay, looking for a good honk.
Saw the truck parked there when they left.
Honk if you're going goose hunting. Here we go.
The Waseca Blue Jays improved to 3-1. Kind of a funny game. If you were going to draw a script, Teddy, it was ideal, followed to a T. Waseca won the toss, They never do this. They chose to receive. Teams, 95% of the teams defer now. Waseca took the ball, went on a 17-play length of the field drive, ran 9 minutes off the clock, and scored the first time the ball.
It was textbook.
Belle Plaine got the ball. There was 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. They went on a 3-and-out, and we went on about a 12-play drive right down the field, and it's, boom, 14-0.
Yep.
And
looking good.
Our line's dominating their line. We're leading 20-0 at half, and all of a sudden, the Waseca offense comes to a standstill. They can't move the ball on the ground. Belle Plaine says, okay, I guess it's time to light it up. Their 6'4" quarterback. I don't think we ever tackled him all night.
He was something.
You don't tackle 6'4" guys by hitting them up there and watching them slide off.
A long time ago, there used to be a quarterback for the Chicago Bears named Bobby Douglas.
Yeah.
He couldn't throw worth a lick. But he's like 6'4" and about 220, and nobody had anybody that size in their secondary. And the guy would run for 100 yards a game.
Yeah, big guy.
And he was left-handed.
Yeah.
And here's this kid. And that's what he reminded me of.
Yeah,
and we could not tackle him.
Yeah.
But then also, both teams had cramps set in the third quarter.
And it was a gorgeous night.
It was a great night. Low 70s, going into 60s, and guys cramping up left. The poor trainer, all she's doing on the sideline was stretching out legs. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I think that had a lot to do with it. But keep playing the game. I think that we got overlooked is Dufault ran for about a 50-yard run there in the second quarter. Got called back on a penalty.
Yep.
And then things kind of sputtered a little bit after that.
Much.
But if we'd gotten that, I think it would have been steamroll city. Because Belle Plaine would have just died. But it was a key play, I thought. But, hey, you can't draw it up any better. That's the way Brad Wennon loves to do it.
Yeah, he was in heaven right there.
Ground pound city.
Belle Plaine came in undefeated. The Jays end up winning the game 26-14. They got a late touchdown. Belle Plaine had narrowed it to 20-14, and it was up in the air.
And we need to get a first down.
Yep. So the Blue Jays improved to 3-1. Couple 100-yard rushers again. Dufault and Milbreath both went over the 100-yard mark on the ground.
You should have seen Milbreath after the game. Oh my God. His poor body.
He takes a bounding.
Yeah, but he delivers too. Yeah. When he goes in that line, when we needed a first down in the last 2.5 minutes, give it to Jack up the middle, and he's just going to get you 4 or 5 the hard way.
Yeah, he does. Friday night, the Jays hit the road. They traveled to Jordan. Jordan right now is 1-3 on the season. They won their first game Friday, defeated Albert Lee 35-14. So
I'm on tape against Fairmont. We got getting ready for the next game with Jordan, obviously, and Fairmont and Jordan, there was no defense. It was just up and down the field like a tennis match. It was unreal.
First game of the year, Marshall beat Jordan 68-0.
Yeah.
Don't show them film of that game, Teddy.
No. Well, we were going to get Marshall again, so I want to show them that film. Say, hey, we're taking these guys down.
Okay. Keep that positive attitude.
Is it better like this, Andy, or better like this?
What, do I look like the fashion police?
Yeah, you do.
Don't ask
Fashionista.
Don't ask Andy because he's not saying a word today.
Okay.
You look like the outlaw Jesse Wales.
Which way is better? This way or this way?
Well, that way, right there.
Okay, thank you.
Let's take a look at cross country, Teddy. Gary Meyer seems to be doing it again.
Oh, my Lord. There's a rabbit down here somewhere. He pulls out of a hat every year.
The Jays went to the Jerry Smith Invite at Montgomery, and I've been there back in my sports writing days. I went to cover that, and I'll tell you, the start of that race is like 3 herds of cattle coming out of the gate. You got to sprint the first quarter mile
just to get the starting line.
To stay out of the mob, or you're done for.
How was the course? Because I played there after rain.
It's hilly.
But I mean, was it wet?
Well, I don't know how it was. I'm sure it was.
We had golf matches there. They got to go to the back 9 because the front 9 is underwater. And after all the rain we got, I thought, geez, Louise.
That is a huge cross country meet. City teams, they come from all over to run in that one. There was 25 teams this year. The Blue Jay boys won the meet.
Number 1.
Cole Strike was 2nd overall. Brent Altenberger 13th, and Jay Goosey 17th. 3 guys in the top 20.
Have you seen Goosey lately?
No.
You got to be about 6'11".
Good.
I don't know.
I like that.
Every time I see him, he's about 2 inches taller. And
Good.
He's ducking under the hallway. And the kid, Yeah, when he's cross country with those long legs, he's taking 3 strides. All these other little kids won. So,
but I like to see him out for it, just for the basketball part.
I was going to say, imagine the shape he's going to be in when basketball comes out.
The girls, on the other hand, finished second overall out of 25 teams. They had the overall winner. Courtney Kulseth won the meet. Abby Dufault was in 8th place, and a McCabe girl was in 13th. They also had 3 top 20.
And we also had Allison Breck in 19th, and then if you noticed, he's working his magic again. Oh, Mad Dog. What he's doing is he's got that pack mentality with the girls.
Yep.
Okay, and now that they're running the same distance as the guys, and 4 girls are all within 2 minutes of each other. So when he gets those girls really clicking, they're going to really kick some butt.
Gary loves to do that.
Yep.
Doesn't care if he has that ace, just gets everybody there, and boom, 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 they cross the line.
And it works.
Thursday, they will head up to another big meet at Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen nothing on NR, Andy. I've seen nothing on Waterville. I know the Waterville Bucks ran at Hayfield, I think, on Thursday as well, and I looked and looked last night and couldn't find the results anyplace.
Are they combined with JWP and cross country?
Yes, in cross country they are. Okay. You're right. Soccer, Teddy. The Waseca boys are now 4-1 for the year. Mm-hmm. They crushed Marshall yesterday, 7-0.
That's good. We can crush Marshall on something. Really.
Monday they'll have a good test. They have Rochester Lourdes coming to town. Lourdes is always tough in soccer. The girls are now 4-3, I believe, Teddy.
With 1 tie.
Yes, they tied yesterday against East 1-1.
Yep.
Before that, during the week, they beat New Ulm 2-0 and they beat Loyola 2-0. So they're now 4-3 for the year. Monday they travel to Rochester Lourdes.
Do you know who their goalkeeper is?
No.
Okay. Andy, you know who their goalkeeper is?
No.
Okay. We should probably find that out. She had back-to-back shutouts going into.
Mentioning that now, we just should mention your kicker too, Ted.
What do you think?
Well,
I tell you what, she got drilled on that first extra point. Oh, welcome to football.
My first thought was, the first time I saw her kick off, I said, somebody's got to tell her that she at least got to shuffle in the direction that the ball carrier is going. You don't just kick and pick off your tee and run off the field. Just shuffle. And the next time she did shuffle.
The officials told her that too.
But here's, being brutally honest as I am once in a while,
you
Ted,
always are.
If Joe Hedevar told me we don't have anyone that can kick off, if that's going to be your kickoff for the rest of the year, you're in big trouble. Because she hits it medium high to the 30. Mm-hmm. With a return, it's to the 40. Mm-hmm. Kick it out of bounds then and save the contact.
Yeah.
Take it up to 35.
I got to bite my tongue, but she did kick in the B squad game on Tuesday. Okay, and she was 5 for 6, I think, in extra points. And they they're really good, but she had a B squad line against her, and varsity, when they came in from Belle Plaine, they came in strong, and we didn't hold them out the first one, and then we decided to go for 2 after that. But I don't know, it's an experiment, but at the same time, I got a freshman kicker that's doing pretty well, so maybe we'll be looking at him pretty soon. I don't know, but that is a point of the game. We got to shore up a little bit.
And I don't know a lot about it, Teddy, but watching her warm up extra point kick, she takes 3 steps and a little shuffle. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, varsity people get in pretty fast.
You got to go a quick step, two, boom.
Yeah. So
timing.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
But
she did get in a tackle. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yep, we watch. I told Don, I said, I'm watching our kicker on the kickoffs.
Did you put her head in the pile at the end there? I thought that was kind of cool.
And tennis teams, Kyle Collins' crew, they're up to 6-2 for the year. They beat Fairmont during the week 7-0. Then they hosted a little 4-team tournament yesterday. They beat New Life Academy, and they beat LeSueur. And then
they played
Mankato West, they squared off for the championship. The match was 3-3, I understand, and it came down to number 4 singles, which we have an 8th grader. Mm-hmm. And the West girl was a senior, and she won 13-11 in the 3rd set.
Sounds like Wimbledon.
Yeah. So,
jeez Louise.
Ella Seehafer and Maddie Knoll, the 2nd and 3rd singles players, both went 3-0 for the day.
Yep, saw that.
So Kyle's crew, 6-2 overall. Monday, Rochester Century comes to town to face the Jays. And finally, volleyball. Teddy.
Heartbreaker.
Waseca girls, 0-4. Lost to Triton, lost to Blue Earth. The Triton one did go 3 or 5 sets.
And they're at 7 in the fifth set. That's a bad one.
Monday, the Jays have Fairmont coming to town. 0-4 for the Blue Jays. NRHEG, they are 3-1 to start the volleyball season. They defeated Maple River during the week. Tuesday, they go to Le Sueur, and Le Sueur is always really good in volleyball. So we'll see the Panthers. JWP, new coach, they are just 1-2 to start the season. They lost to Martin County West last week. And Tuesday, they have the rivalry with St. Clair coming to town.
There you go. Beat St. Clair. I always stay over there at JWP.
And the power, of course, of the four cities, WEM. 10-0 to start the year. The Bucks are Crystal Lamont's crew. They defeated Jordan and USC during the week, and then they held a 7-team tournament yesterday, their own tournament, and they went 6-0 to win the championship. So they are 10-0 this season. Tuesday they go to TCU, Tri-City United.
The big one's going to be when they go against BA.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea when that is?
No.
Okay.
Now BA is funny. They always lose 3 or 4, but they're playing all big Lakevilles and everybody they can get. I know they played Marshall already and lost 2-1, I think, to Marshall. So or 3-1. So yeah, they play. Franz plays everybody he can.
Yes, he does. He didn't retire from volleyball, gang. He's still there.
Well, moving on to the national scene, Teddy. Let's talk about your Twins first. Sparked by Mike Pelfrey.
Hey, what did he do in that last game he pitched?
Got into the 5th or 6th, didn't he?
I think it was a 7th, wasn't it?
Oh, no, he couldn't get into
I
the
think
7th.
he did. All I know is when I did my song, you weren't here, big guy. Okay? Miguel, he's swell. Guess who comes on the bench? And the pinch hitting has really been a real strength for the Twins this year. And hits that home run. I thought that was going to be the turnaround of the season right there. Okay, and then they won that Kansas City game in extra innings.
Yep, 12.
I think. Yep. Then they took the White Sox out in the first game of the series. That go and do about 5 good game winning streak, and unfortunately, kind of ended yesterday. But who'd have guessed? There they are, 1 game out of the last playoff spot.
Yeah, it's at least fun because it still means something.
Yeah.
It's competitive. I just don't think their pitching's good enough to get them in.
I don't know. You got the new kid with that big breaking curveball, and then it's always like 1 inning. Yesterday, it looks like Malone is really in cruise control, and then all of a sudden, bam! There goes a 4 or 5 spot up on the board.
Yeah.
If they could just avoid that 1 inning, it's not like they're getting drilled every inning. But you're right. But it is fun.
Let's talk
our
2 college teams.
Yep.
MSU Mankato, 2-0 on the year. They had to struggle a little out in Aberdeen, South Dakota, but did defeat Northern State 27-10.
Yep. Had a big touchdown at the end that kind of sealed the deal.
And it looked like, now according to the stats I saw in the paper, that second-string quarterback, did he get the start?
That's what it looked like.
Pitchucini or whatever.
Peccaccini?
Yeah, because Ricky Lloyd was only 3 of 5 or something yesterday. So
Peccaccini was what?
11 of 19 or something like that. So Connor Thomas rushed for over 100.
I love his ponytail.
Yeah.
I was going to wear my ponytail today just to celebrate that guy. When he's in full board, that ponytail straight out like a horse. It's kind of cool.
Mavs will be home next Saturday. Mary College comes to town.
Another real tough one.
Yep. And the Gusties kind of been the surprise.
Joseph College is the next week, right? After Mary College? Okay.
The Gusties 2-0 for the year. They scored 56 points the first week of the season. Yesterday they defeated Lake Forest, Illinois 49-0. And it sounds like they have quite a quarterback too. Mitch Hendricks.
Yep, and you got these Boyce brothers. It sounds like
2 brothers as receivers. One caught 3 TDs, one caught a 4th.
Yep, I didn't see Sammy Lundberg's name in the paper though.
Didn't see it yesterday.
Nope.
But the Gusties off to 2-0. They start MIAC play next week, travel to Hamlin for a conference game. The Gophs, Teddy and... Okay.
Doesn't matter how it looks as long as you put the W on the board.
Well, I'm glad you're here because I was pretty upset watching the Gophs.
They had a little letdown. They get all that build up for TCU, and like I said, I don't think TCU is that good. We're not number 2 in the nation, but That vaunted defense. Tell me about that vaunted defense.
Yeah, tell me about, we've heard for 2 months now how the defense is so good and going to carry the Gophers, and yet we let them go 60 yards in less than a minute to kick a gimme game-tying field goal. Where was that vaunted defense?
In overtime when they recovered the first, screen pass and then went down and kicked
Where was that vaunted defense when that reserve quarterback comes in and throws a simple little slant for about 60 yards?
Okay, it's like the homecoming queen, okay? She wasn't pretty, but she won, okay?
Oh,
that was one of those games.
Gophers end up winning 23-20 in overtime. Consider it a gift, Jerry. Consider that your gift for the year.
You take them.
Yeah, I know.
When all is said and done, you only have to win by one.
That's
they won
right.
by 3.
But
okay?
just consider that your gift.
Yes.
I think the Gophers have Kent State
Hey, Leitner.
next week.
Did you say Leitner threw 2 touchdown passes?
I don't know.
He threw two touchdown passes. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
I think he was 0 for 8 or 9 to start the game. He ended up almost 50%, or like 23 out of 45. Yep. I mean, his numbers look good when you look at him. Yeah, his numbers look good. But
let's give the guy some credit when he actually does something on throwing the ball. Okay?
Yeah, well, I will say about Mitch, he can look more brutal than anyone you've ever seen, and then he'll lay a pass in that makes him look all pro.
You remember Joe Cap?
Yep.
Okay. Viewers out there used to be a Viking quarterback, youngsters.
Joe.
He said he threw 2 spiral passes his whole career. One was intercepted and one was incomplete. Okay, and all the rest of them look like wounded.
The rest of them all quacked and wounded.
But they got to the intended receiver. Okay, all right. That's the rest of my case.
And the start of the NFL season. Are you ready for some football?
Yeah, are you ready for
the Green Bay Packers open up against their hated rivalry, the Bears.
The Bears.
What's the prospects, Teddy?
Well, it'd be interesting to see. They signed Jones again. Because they got Jordy Nelson out for the season. That's going to be the killer. Yep. Not a killer, but going to be an equalizer. Without him, we'll have to see who fills in. But Aaron Rodgers, he's at the pinnacle of his career. Is probably going to start to downslide. So this year we're going to have to do it, or I think may have to wait for another quarterback. And we'll see what happens. But at the same time, they got back Randall Cobb. He's off the injury reserve list again, finally. And they need to get Lacey running the ball. I mean, that guy, I was hoping he'd lose some weight over the summer. Yeah, but... goes, we got to have a running game. We'll see what happens. I got my Green Bay Packer flag up, hung it up yesterday to torque off my neighbor.
You are the third greatest Green Bay Packer fan I know.
Well, your wife is number 1.
And Boog.
Oh, Boog, yeah, Cummins out of Jane. Hey, Boog, here we go, baby.
So I will ask you this.
Yes.
Is there any truth to the rumor?
How would I know about rumors?
That Clay Matthews has a butch and he promises not to go all year.
That's what they're saying. They don't have that Goldilocks coming out the back of his helmet, but I guess we'll see. He's not any worse than Andrew Luck on TV with a beard that covers his whole body for some commercial they got there. Geez, those are stupid.
And the Vikes, they have to wait till tomorrow night and head out to the West Coast, San Francisco, and there's going to be a lot of people that are Viking fans that are going to be in tough shape Tuesday morning because they're going to have to stay up till 12:30, 1 o'clock to see the end of that game Monday.
Yeah. Adrian Peterson is going to play, right?
Adrian's going to play.
I missed him in the preseason.
He's sick of all this talk. It's time to get down to action.
Yeah, let's hope he does something.
The Vikes got a blow during the week. Their starting center is going to be on the reserve list for at least half the season. And, chances are it may be all of the season. Those backs.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
they lose Achilles. They lose a back.
Yeah.
And offensive lines, you
that's
look at
their key.
Yeah, the Blue Jays. We don't give enough credit to that offense.
Yep.
And I never got any phone calls last week about naming the offensive line, so I came up with my own. Okay, they call it backbusters. Okay, because they're going to bust their butts so the backs can get through the line and get about 5-6 yards a carry. So it's going to be the Blue Jay backbusters unless you got something better out there.
Okay.
Blockbusters would be a good one too.
Vikes will not get underway till about 9:20 tomorrow night. The second game of a doubleheader.
Take a nap, Ted.
So
I always do.
Stay up late. As we mentioned, Teddy, the Vikes, the key is going to be that offensive line because they have 2 or 3 new people in there that you got to wait to see what happens. And now a new center.
Yeah, and then you got only a second-year quarterback.
Yep.
You got to protect him.
Well, I saw in the paper Norv Turner, who's worked with many great quarterbacks, said this kid could be the best of them all. that he's
Seriously?
worked with.
Norv Turner
Yep.
said it. That's a compliment.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
we'll see.
We'll take that.
Yep, as you mentioned, only the second year. Who knows? Well, Teddy, unless you got anything else, I've used up all my notes.
What about Ken's football team?
Oh yeah, the C and the B. Come on, Teddy.
We hosted, which is nice. Okay, we had the St. Peter came down after varsity, wasted them the weekend before, and it was the same story. The B squad won, like I said. We had Emily Carson kick for the B squad for getting some live action, and
To improve to 2-1.
yes, and they ended up I think it was 41-6 for the B squad, and the C squad won 28-14. Weren't real happy. We let them return a kickoff just like the St. Peter varsity did, about 70 yards for a touchdown. So that kind of left a sour taste in the mouth. But we're still averaging 4 touchdowns a game at the C squad level.
And 3-0.
And 3-0, okay. And hard to believe we go to Belle Plaine now tomorrow. It's just tomorrow. Today's Sunday for those of you out there. And I'm sure they're gonna want payback after what we did at varsity. So B and C are on the road, and we'll see what happens. But here we are halfway through the season already, and we're only in the first week of school.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem right. But the flag I brought in because I don't think we paid enough tribute to 911. It's been 14 years, which
Man, and that's hard to believe
it
too,
is.
isn't
Can
it?
you remember where you were?
Yep.
I can too. Andy, you remember?
Absolutely.
Isn't that unbelievable? And the people that lost their lives, and especially the fire department, and especially teams that went in and gave their lives to help save people. But I don't think we pay enough tribute. So I can't put the flag at half mast. But when I saw it on Friday night, the football game, it kind of brought tears to my eyes. It's kind of sobering moment in your life, and you'll never forget it. So
I know it.
our hats off to all those rescue workers.
14
and things.
years, that's just...
Isn't that real?
just doesn't seem
Lord.
right.
No, it doesn't. And then we're going to end with a song, okay? Because I told everybody out
What
there.
about the Timberwolves?
Flip Saunders is on they put him on a list where he can't do anything until he gets rid of his cancer, or at least gets the treatments under control. So
Sam the Bam Mitchell's going to take over as the interim coach.
I like Sam Mitchell. So they're in good hands. But I just wait to see how Ty does. Maybe he'll take over Ricky Rubio's spot.
Maybe,
We'll see what happens. But with the draft they got, and with we got Wiggins back, and hey, this is going to be a fun season.
Yeah, they're going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Okay, getting 2 minutes warning. Okay, you got anything else?
Better start singing, Frank.
No, I was going to do the U.S. Open. For those of you that love tennis, and I do, today is the match between Djokovic and Federer for the men's title. And there's no more classier guy in any sport than Roger Federer. And if you got a young child out there, boy or girl, to watch him play and the class that guy exudes for how many years he's been playing, you don't ever see him blow up. You don't ever see him cuss out any line judge or anything. The guy is just pure smooth, and I hope when he wins today, not that I don't like Djokovic, but I like to see Federer. He's getting down the end of his career. So they've met now 13 times in finals, and it's 7-6 in favor of Djokovic. So if you like tennis, it's going to be on today about 2:30 this afternoon. And the women's final, if you had predicted the two women there in the finals, everybody thought Serena Williams was going to have the slam. She got upset in the semifinals. They're probably one of the biggest upsets in any sport. And then the two women that played off were both from Italy, which you'd never guess. And then the one after she wins it, her name is Panetta. She retires. She says, I'm going out on top. She's 33 years old, and that's really old for a tennis player. And she says, I can't do any better, so I sign out. I'm getting married. It was for a tennis freak like me, it was fun to watch. And then today I'll obviously watch that too.
Don't forget Friday Night Lights coming up this week. JWP at St. Clair.
Friday Night
Maple
Lights?
River at WEM. NRHEG, the Panthers travel to Sibley East, and the Blue Jays try to improve to 4-1. They will head to Jordan.
And what is their nickname?
Hubman.
And what are the girls? I knew I'd get you. The Jaguars. I always wondered why you got one for the guys and one for the girls. Okay, talk about you got to have equal rights, Title IX, and everything. How come you got two different nicknames for your team? I don't understand that. With the Lady Hubman, is that derogatory or what? No worse than a Lady Bulldog. Jeez. Okay, I got that off my chest.
Okay, tune it up.
Turn out the lights.
Wisconsin.
No, get out of here, okay? That's my voice. Turn out the lights, the sports scoop's over. They say that all good things must end. There you go, okay? Dandy Don.
That will do it for this week's show. Thanks to Hudson and Steve Anderson for producing the show. Thanks to my right-hand man, Teddy the Voice Hammond. And thanks to you all for watching. We'll see you next week.